The Netherlands is bracing for a potential future conflict with Russia, believing that Moscow could reconstitute its armed forces within a year of ending the war in Ukraine. This warning came from Vice Admiral Peter Riesink, head of the Dutch military intelligence agency MIVD. Riesink emphasized that rising threats stem not only from Russia's aggression against Ukraine, but also from the deepening strategic alliance between Moscow and Beijing. Their cooperation extends across military, political, and economic domains, intensifying the geopolitical risk for Europe. In its recently released annual report, MVD highlighted an increase in hybrid operations conducted by both Russia and China. The agency uncovered multiple cyberattacks against the Netherlands during 2024, including a sabotage operation targeting a public institution's digital control system. It also exposed a cyber operation aimed at the country's critical infrastructure, intended to pave the way for sabotage, though ultimately unsuccessful. Other Russian cyber attacks targeted websites of Dutch political parties and public transport companies in an apparent effort to disrupt the European Parliament elections by complicating citizens' access to voting platforms. This kind of interference is not unique to the Netherlands, Riesink said. We have information about Russian interference in various electoral processes and not just through disinformation. This concerns several countries, mostly those previously under Russian influence. The MIVD report also revealed rapid rearmament of the Russian military. In 2024, the Russian defense budget reached $149 billion, double what it was in 2015. Russia is producing far more artillery than it needs for the war in Ukraine. We see new units moving towards NATO's borders, Riesink stated. Although Dutch intelligence does not expect an imminent new war, it warns that if current production rates and political determination remain, Russia could be ready for another military confrontation as early as 1 year after the Ukraine war ends. In response to these threats, the Netherlands and its NATO allies have taken steps to increase their defensive readiness. The report also stresses the importance of European strategic autonomy, especially amid political uncertainty in the United States. Since Donald Trump's re-election, critics argue he is trying to politicize U.S. intelligence services by slashing budgets, removing dissenters, and appointing loyalists. Riesink called the situation a good look in the mirror for Europe, underscoring the need to rethink its approach to security. Europe cannot close its eyes to this, he stated, emphasizing that even while maintaining close ties with Washington, the continent must chart its own path to ensure lasting security. The Netherlands believes Russia could restore its military capacity within 1 year. Cyber attacks targeted Dutch critical infrastructure and election systems. Russia is preparing for military actions beyond Ukraine. Moscow and Beijing's alliance poses a long-term threat to Europe. Europe must seek strategic autonomy amid U.S. political instability. Defensa Info News Channel. Please write a comment. And we'll be a sponsor.